welcome to your one and only show, Limitless, only on Loyola TV, a show that is designed to educate, inspire, as well as to entertain you. Sorry for that. Yes, and as always, I'm with my 4 beautiful ladies and sisters and crazy friends. Hi, guys. Okay, you're not okay. Okay, you're not okay. So today we'll be talking about teenage experience. We want to discuss about the experiences we go through while teenage life. There are a lot of things that we discover, there are a lot of things that we go through. So we want to discuss, and this show is for our fellow youths out there, because I'm also a youth. I don't know who's OD.
No one.
Okay.
All youths.
So what do you think? Teenage experience, guys.
Yeah, it's a very beautiful and interesting topic that we have today. But it looks like Evelyn doesn't want people to know our names. Yeah. So I don't know where it's going, but stay to feel on the we know.
It's like a fufu baby.
All right.
So you can londolola now.
All right, my name is Martha Sakala.
And my name is Princess Chibesa.
My name is Mwaka Mwansa.
Yes, and my name is Evelyn Tembo.
Okay,
With
so
no shame, you're not supposed to say your name because you didn't want the people to know.
Yeah,
exactly.
So
She
you
should
are
have
not
just
supposed
kept
to say your
quiet.
name.
Okay, pardon me.
Teenage why am I thinking about pregnancy? Anyways,
We need to go for a checkup.
No, we're talking about teenage things.
So teenage pregnancy is one of
it's
them.
one of them also, and I think as the show goes on, we'll be able to touch on that also because it's really affecting us. But, we just want to get to know how we were raised, you guys. How was your experience as a teen from what? 13 to what?
19.
Teen. If you are 20,
Can you remember?
yeah, of course you can remember. I
You're
can
not
remember.
that old, Martha.
Martha is old.
I mean, she's not 50.
She's
At least
60.
she can still remember something.
60 sounds like teenager because there's a T.
Oh yeah, there's a teen. 60.
Yeah,
60.
Anyway.
Away from the teen issues. So today, just as the girls have said, we want to know how was your experience, and we also want to share our experiences as a teenager. We have been through lots of hindrances, lots of restrictions. Did you enjoy your time as a teenager? Did they give you enough freedom? Or maybe you were so restricted they had to wait for you. If you go by the shops, they are standing by a gate waiting for you to come back inside. So that's what we want to talk about today. And so just to shed more light on the words that we have on the show, we have the word teenage and experience. So I'm quite certain Martha is going to shed more light on the word teenage.
Who is a teenager?
Who is a teen?
It starts from when? 10.
Come on.
13.
13.
Someone who's in between 13 and 19
19.
is a teenager. And, my experience. Whew. It was quite eventful. Learned a lot of things. Yeah.
I think as a Zambian teenager, we just get to experience a lot of things. Life in Zambia as a teenager is very, very interesting.
It's exciting.
Every day something just comes up, You just have all these new experiences, So as a teen, guys, I was a troublemaker, okay?
Oh.
Is that news?
No,
okay.
It's not
But I think everyone has been like a troublemaker
at some point.
Because I remember when I
a
was
phase.
still in primary school, class would start somewhere 12 hours. And like my cousin and I would start from home like at 8 hours, so I had to reach early. Yeah. The whole idea was to play. The mama, cops and robbers. So I find that by the time it's 12 hours,
You're already
I'm
tired.
already tired. Napo kaenda kunyumba is just to sleep because you've had quite a long day.
Of course.
And that was the best part of it.
Yeah.
Playing.
At least you'd start off early to go to school. Manage time yongenerapo my classes. That's when I start off.
Okay,
These are the ones
from
who used to
home.
wash the uniform before they
My ancestors.
5 minutes before going to school.
That's true.
At least you guys, had that interesting experience. For me, okay, from my grade I'll say grade 1 through to grade 7, I was always taken to school by car. I always had to wait for my driver to come pick me up. I'm not a rich kid, by the way. I'm just, just one of those, So yeah, I didn't experience most of these things that, someone will say, like you said, you go to school at 8 and just go and play. Class started at 7:30. I was there at what? Say 7:20. Okay, so I had 10 minutes to spare. Always in class, the good girl and stuff. Okay, I wasn't a good girl.
I just didn't.
Good girl. I just didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
But then there are times that I would be mischievous. I'd get up to mischievous. So sometimes I wouldn't wait for my driver to come pick me up. I would get on a bus with my friends, and then when I get home, it would be all hell let loose.
Because where would you get the money to get on a bus?
Pocket money, you these things, you always want to get on a bus with your friends. So, you start saving. I have, back then it was like, 5,000, now 5 kwacha, So you save today instead of getting a lollipop or whatever, you save, say, okay, on Friday at least. School ends at 12, it's half day. So maybe after that, I'm going to go out, get on a bus with my friends. So I'll save my lunch money for that. Yeah, and then my mom would beat the hell out of me.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. With me, it was a whole different case.
Okay.
Yes, I'll be given transport money, and I can't board a bus.
You know what I'm saying?
You feel me?
Yeah, I feel
That's
you.
the bus when I can walk.
My legs can do the trick.
I would walk, and classes would start 13 hours, and I would start off at 12:30.
Wow.
And from Barstone to Material Girls, I would walk. Business in Yanga. I would even save money. And I would even make money at school. There are these mango trees and everything, and they never used to,
So you were
Tell
Watiola.
them. Do you know what I used to do?
There's a difference between Kutiola and Kupulu.
That's the truth. Okay, I'm one person that loves experiencing things. I would remove my shoes, kuchimut. Anybody that would want him, Evelyn, I'm like, it's too kwacha and mango.
Hapo wezongana mdresi mskate.
Material girls.
It's girls. And of course inside Zika, cycling and everything. So, to kwacha, I would tell my friend to say, hold monies from me. Not yola. Hey boy. So from there, I'm going back home with cash. And nobody will know about it. Airtel money, of course. Savings. Before Airtel money, I had that Kama Kopo.
Kama coin.
The bank.
That Kama bank. Yes.
The Kauden one.
Yes.
I think I still have one of those.
And I saved money. I saved money. Whenever I would want something that I really, really want, like something important, and there's no money and stuff, I would use the very same money. Yes, it's crazy, but it really helped me personally.
She was a businesswoman.
I was.
Even though you were notorious, I think there was
I
a good
was
part
so
of
notorious.
getting to save.
Yeah.
And I was this bully type. I was never bullied.
Where's
at
the
school.
surprise? She's always a bully. Where's the surprise?
Okay. I was never
great
bullied
stories.
in school. I was never bullied. I was one of those bullies until I completed.
Wow.
I don't think that has gone away.
Yeah, she's still bullies.
I'm
us.
born again. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Somehow it's
fighter,
still
born again
there.
fighter.
Somehow it's still there, right?
Yeah, I think we've talked too much about school. What were the weekends like?
Weekends. Well, I didn't even share my own story. So my teenage life was really interesting. I'll pick it up from 13 to 19. You guys, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was cute. I was this young girl who was so much exposed to church.
Yeah.
If I'm not at home, then I'm at school. If I'm not at school, then I'm at church. But at church, oh my God, I was a troublemaker. My dad always had, issues. They would go and report, no, listen, what your daughter has done 2 or 3 times again. I would quarrel with other guys, and I loved quarreling, with big boys.
Yeah.
I was in the Otter Girls Club, so I would always quarrel with the big Otter savers and pick a fight with them. Then the moment they say they're going to beat me, immediately mass is done. You won't even see me. You won't even know how I got home. So I was this coward who loved to pick up lots and lots of fights. But it was really, really interesting because I got to learn a lot because of the exposure that I received. I was always at church. I played from church. But of course, even at school, you would go early, play some demama and whatnot. But mostly my playground was at church. So it was beautiful and interesting. But even at church, I got to meet different people.
Yeah, true.
You know, as you are growing up, you get to be introduced to this thing of having a boyfriend and whatever. So some of your friends would encourage you to say, you should have a boyfriend. Then you'd be like, boyfriend. So because I was this girl who was too much into me always being around my dad. If not, I would be with my matron. If not, I would be at church. So now, they were like, no, you should have a boyfriend.
Let's try it out.
Yeah, they'll even start asking you, have you ever been kissed before? You know, that kind of thing starts coming in. Then you'll be like, should I experience this or not? Should I do this or not? Does it make sense? Is it going to help me?
Is it necessary?
Yeah, so you start having
You
those...
used to think you are.
Yeah.
I used to think.
Okay, she was just okay because with me,
I just like
whatever that
experience.
made me happy was that.
I used to love the experience, guys.
So you experience the Lord
Anyway, please. Because I remember, I started kissing to my boys when I was still in primary school, say grade 6. Somewhere
Like, that
there,
one is
under
mine.
the desk, writing each other letters. All teachers used to beat, please. But we never used to stop. I love you like a cup of tea. The teacher is writing. Instead of you like concentrating there. When I look at you, please. Okay, those letters should come back. Okay.
They used to decorate them nicely.
To my flowers. Kiss before you open, even to kiss before you open.
Then there you receive a letter and then it's written kiss before you open. Now mine used to come with time. At open when R for M starts. Ready? Wow, life was beautiful as a teenager. But then, these other things started coming in. You'd find that your friends have already started being sexually active. And now they'll start encouraging you to say, have you ever tried this? Have you ever been intimate with a guy? I think you should give it a try. You don't even know how to kiss. You don't even have a boyfriend. Why don't you start engaging yourself in such issues, So at the end of the day, it is all about mentality and where you're coming from. And we've seen certain teenagers have fallen astray because maybe they don't receive enough love from home. Therefore, when they meet this guy who tells them, I'm going to give you heaven on earth, and whatever.
Funny that is, I'll give you heaven on earth, but you're both on earth.
Yeah.
Wait. You said something. I'll buy you what? Airport. I'll bring a plane for you.
But airport?
For the airport.
Yeah.
For parking it.
Where you gonna be parking your plane? Yeah, so we've all been through that.
My boys had game, you guys.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Oh, come on. But teenage life was really something. It was like one of a kind. Though it was during that stage, you start developing certain body parts, and then now people from home tend to be so strict. Instead of them just coming out to be open to say, okay, you've reached this stage, this is what is going to be happening to you. They'll just tell you,
They'll just say atawe, mama unapasa mimba, but they wouldn't explain to you how does it happen. They'll just say, "Osasobera na mamuna." Man, me when they tell me don't do it, I want to go and play with them. Then I see what happens.
Yeah, and that's so it creates that sense of curiosity.
And with a child's mind, once you tell a child don't,
I think
in their head it's going to translate as do.
I think if you're telling a child don't do this, it should be accompanied by a reason.
Don't do this because, don't say ABCD because these are the consequences.
Don't hug a boy, then
you see?
Why shouldn't I hug a boy? I'll hug a boy and then I have butterflies. I'm like, oh, so that's why they said I shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
So that feeling is nice, by the way. It used to be nice. Yeah.
Still is.
Like, let's stop lying, hugging used to be. It used to be the kissing. You hug a guy and everything.
You've done too much.
Everything. You've even got a marriage in your head.
Yeah.
He's your husband.
Yeah. But we have seen teenage pregnancy.
Professionals here. Seems like my story is different.
But you guys, we've seen teenage pregnancies. We've seen girls getting pregnant at a very tender age. We've seen young men starting to abuse alcohol. I think this is what we now need to highlight on. Is it because they were not taught enough, or is it because their parents shied away to tell them certain things, especially when it comes to sexual issues?
I think parents differ, yeah? Just like we differ here, so do parents. My parents are different from your parents. There are parents that, okay, before I say this, let me generalize this statement.
Okay.
Zambian parents mostly shun away from the sexual topic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, they'll
Too
tell
much.
you, and then you go to your grandmother, your mother is going to tell you, ukamkarachena mamuna nishkwasila wemimba yange, mamuna akakugwira paso nishkwasila, you know. So I think such talks, yeah, grandmas are important, they help us a lot, but then I feel when some of these sensitive topics like alcohol abuse or drug abuse and sexual, you know, health should mostly come from parents. Okay, so for instance, my mom is a single parent, and thank God for her life, because she used to tell us point blank. Okay, I have an older brother. He's old. And then there's me, then my young sister. My mom would tell me, "There's no man that's going to tell you this." Okay, I will not tell you don't play with boys or do whatever, because since my dad is school. From here to the market, I
can't be there all the time.
You see? So all I can say is you're growing, you're developing all these feelings and all this attraction to the opposite sex. The only thing that I can say is, you know, be careful. When something of like maybe you have a sexual interaction with a guy, it doesn't always have to be physical, like maybe a sexual talk with a guy, and you don't understand certain things. Come to me, tell me, so we can, like, you know, talk about it. Because my mom fell pregnant when she was just in grade 9. So for her having girl children, you know, me and my young sister, she was like, my children never go through what I went through. And now looking back at everything that she taught me and my sister, because she still tells us, you know, gives us advice. I would say, you know, not everything is like 100% updated to now, because her days and my days are different. But then looking at whatever she said or told me and my sister, you know, I think she had the point, because she experienced it beforehand. So everything she said was something that she went through and not hearsay. So most of the times, you know, as youths, we really need to like adhere to our parents' teachings all the time, not even sometimes.
All the time.
Okay, my story though. I come from a home where my parents think it's a taboo to talk about sex.
Same here.
Anyway, we'll continue the discussion after this break.
Welcome back. You are still watching Limitless, and today we have a very beautiful and interesting topic: teenage experience. All right. So Martha was still saying something before we went for the break.
Yes. So talking about sex, I was saying I come from a home where talking about sex is a taboo. Like my dad would not have a conversation with me about sex. My mom would not have a conversation with me about sex. But growing up, my mother would always tell me, you know, boys are bad, you know, you become pregnant and all that. And my father was just, there, you know, watching me. Yeah, so I feel like, I think those are issues that they should have told me, because I didn't want to find out through people. There are just certain issues that are like very sensitive. You need them to be coming from like people who are very close to me. Yes. And then my best friend's mom though.
Okay.
That one just used to tell us, if you do this with a boy, you fall pregnant. If you do this with a boy, ABCD will happen. So I think I appreciate her for that. And like she always tells us things as they are, even now.
Yeah.
You do this, this is the result. So I feel like my parents, if they are watching, you should have just, you know, tell me about this.
Yeah,
thing.
it's very true.
Well, my own case is different.
Okay.
My dad won't go direct to the point, but he will say something and be like, okay, this man is trying to say something concerning the whole sex thing, the boyfriend issue, and if he sees you with a boy, something like that. So I couldn't understand, okay, like human beings, like, am I supposed to stay away from them or what? Until mom, I bless God for her, she tells you everything. She lays it down like that to say, this is how life is. This is the way it's supposed to be, and this is how it is. Now choose. Whatever you choose, don't say I didn't tell you. they'll tell you just like that. Then it's up to you now. And okay, not siding note, kambano, our parents and stuff, but there are parents like mine that would tell you. But with us youths, again, we love tikakamba experience. They want to ngene someone everything now. No, I want to experience it. Since they say this, I want to see this and this. Sometimes you end up indulging yourself in sexual activities like that. Then you end up being pregnant, ne? Yes, and then you'll be like, others will even talk about abortion and stuff like, okay, let me try this again. Be like, you just want to experience things blindly as though you're not even being told. Then again, we've got these teenagers where maybe their parents are both late, as well as their parents are divorced. You get those people, they pass through a lot of challenges where there are no people to tell them, and they can't open up to somebody like so easily, and they need help so that at least, you know, that upbringing as a teenager, because from 13 to 19, that's a crucial stage like that. It's a very dangerous stage. You either make your life or break it. Yes. So again, it all comes back to us. If we're being taught about something as youths, let's adhere to everything that we are being taught and not blindly experience things and stuff. Yes, peer pressure can be there, but you have that ability to sit down and choose and decide on your own to say, which path do I want to take? What do I want to experience? Do I want to have this beautiful life or not? It's up to you at the end of the day.
Yeah, true. Your point, you said peer pressure. She raised a very important point. Yes, peer pressure. But then, you know, what you need to know about peer pressure. Peer pressure is not like we're seated here and then there's me who's talking and then I'm telling you guys, you have to do this and ABCD. Yes, sometimes it's like that because you have someone that has done it, you know, and want to imitate. But then most times peer pressure is just like, I see someone doing something, we're friends. I will never come and tell you, go and sleep with a guy or whatever, you know. I'll just be talking of my own experience. Say, okay, no, I have a boyfriend, he bought me this, he bought me that, you know. All that is peer pressure, you get, because they're feeling the pressure from a peer, you know, and that's indirect peer pressure. You don't always have to like say, peer pressure, someone told me do this or do that, you know. 13 to 19, we're all babies, okay? That's a very crucial stage, like you said, okay? And then that's the stage where we learn from what? Seeing. You know, before someone tells you something, you see with your eyes. And that is, in RE, they say unguided learning, where you just see things, you know, it might be wrong, it is wrong, but then you want to experience
because
it, not
you've seen it.
You've seen it. And then the funny thing with life is, if it works for Evelyn, it's definitely going to work for me. That's the mentality that we have. So I don't know what Evelyn does. Evelyn can be sleeping with 100 guys or whatever. She's not getting pregnant. I don't know what she does. And the fact
Just do it once.
just do it once.
You get belly.
You see? You'll be blessed. I know they're blessed.
Yeah, but that's very true. Well, my own story when it came to now growing up and having experiences, I come from a home where it's very strict, like very strict. They guide your footsteps. Where did you go? What time are you coming back? If you want to make a move, you have to tell them in advance. If I want to make a move on Friday, I have to tell them on Monday or Sunday, and then remind them during the week.
That's
Stamp from
Yes,
the mayor.
yes. To say,
Who are you going with? Why?
Why? If you
But
don't
Friday
go, are you
and
going to
talk
die?
But Friday and choke up. And the
Signage.
moment you make a mistake, maybe during the week you don't remind them to say, I'm making a move on Friday. They will tell you to say, I forgot. You're staying home. You
Yeah,
see?
exactly.
So now, the times when the parent is not at home, maybe they've gone to attend a workshop or whatsoever, and then I wanted to make moves, then riding Kenya. So I would even, you know, use that opportunity to do whatever I want. Because
Who
they are
let
not-
the dogs out? The master is not around.
master is not around.
Does that say when the cat is away, the mice will play?
Obviously.
So
So,
let us
that's
play.
what used to happen. But then it is all about self-control and what you want to achieve in life. You know, I went to this school where there's great exposure. It's a girls' school, and there are different kinds of people. There are material girls. You meet different girls with different, you know, I don't know, like they're totally different. It's a different world there. If the person has, let's say they went clubbing, That would be the story, top stories, my headlines. Class per month. They want to talk about it. If they want, they'll even come and stand maybe in front, they tell you about it. Maybe when knocking off, maybe when during break time, they just want to attract people's attention. And then by them telling you that some people are weak emotionally, they also want to go and practice that. And because parents are not coming out in the open to tell them the truth, to say, no, my daughter, listen, this is how life is. Me at my place, they never told me to say, if you sleep with a boy, you get pregnant, or you're not supposed to indulge in sex. They only tell you if you play around with boys, you see the consequences of coming home late. They won't even ask you where are you coming from, what really happened. They'll just come up with a conclusion like that. And then you'd find maybe they won't even give you enough love, they won't give you enough attention. They are shouting at you. They'll be like, Chimoneni, ubuvi. Like that. And then when I go out there, I meet this boy, and then he starts appreciating me. Hey, you're beautiful, Shan. I'll be taken. I'll be taken
from your honey pot.
Because like those are not words that you get to hear every day.
No one appreciates you. They're always intimidating you. They're always getting out the negativity of you. When you make one simple mistake, Jesus descend from heaven.
And I think
it
another
would be like
thing that contributes is when our parents don't trust us.
You
are ever a good girl. Yes, you might be something else, but at least even if you come late, it's not like you've gone to do something bad, but they'll be like, hey, Shani, and everything. You have this male friend, they'll be like, hey, and stuff like that.
I think they behave like that because we're living in a world where, guys, I don't even know how I can put it, but it's just not safe to trust a child.
It's not.
Because like
we're capable of anything.
It's not safe, but again, you need to have that kind of percentage of trust to say, she's my daughter. She can't do that. She's human or anything, but at least Jaka trust to say, or maybe
parents trust us. Okay, they just leave enough room for us to make mistakes. You get?
I don't think so, especially coming from that
strict home.
And
I think this also affects.
It's way too strict.
It affects someone when
they
come out.
like
when
information.
It comes to trust and everything.
Information is like a sugar cane. Like this is me being a brainy, guys. All right, side notes. Information. Can the camera zoom? Yeah, thank you very much. Information, guys, is like sugar cane. Musali, guys. You mellow the juice. You fissa the residue. You get? So whatever your parents are going to tell you, it's like musali. Digest what you can, throw away what you don't need. We live in a world that's very different, like Mother said, very different from our parents. Okay? Some things generally apply from their time to our time now. Okay? And then there are some things that can't even apply. Someone's going to tell you something from 1980 or 1900s. It's not going to make sense. I'm in the 21st century. Okay, so you don't actually have to show it, and this is the problem. We youths want to show, hey, Papi and that's where the anger, I think, comes in from parents, and then they will make sure to frustrate your life, to live their life through you. Okay, because you also don't know how to just sit them down and talk to parents.
You know why the problem is, Mwaka. There are certain parents who don't want to listen. Trust me, I've been in a situation where your own mother won't even allow you to tell her that you are wrong. She just wants to be right.
You can't. See, that's the thing with African parents. You can't
tell them to
Mommy,
say
you are wrong.
Even though you sit them down, they would say, I'm bigger than you, I'm older than you, there's nothing that you know.
Use a
I've got more experience.
It depends with the relationship that you share with your parents. My dad and I are not very, very close, but I'm very close with my mom. So there are times when maybe I've done something wrong, then she'll come and correct me. And sometimes, when someone is angry, they use certain words that might not be appealing to you. Yes. So I wait for her to calm down, and I would tell her, okay, yes, I was wrong, I accept that, but I didn't like how you talked to me. And she actually apologizes. So and there are times when maybe I also answer her rudely and whatever, and she'll come back to me and tell me, I didn't like how you talked to me.
So approach matters.
I'll apologize. So it matters at what point you're going to speak to your mom, to your dad. Not pia pati pa kutoka kukali pia no kamba so msazini kabisa so ile. You know,
boiling point
yes.
One thing.
Yeah. But you know, it also affects when someone grows up because you'd find you are not given enough freedom. And then now, here is Ntanda, she's in the university, she's by Onza, in the Biu.
In the
world, you can imagine. And then she was never exposed, like she was just there, always indoors. Parents would always tell her, okay, this time, don't exceed this time. And then she goes by Unza. She's in the Biu, you know, she's just like there.
I think we've all seen these things happening. You know, someone who's coming from a very respectful home, they're not allowed to go out, they're not allowed to do ABCD. The minute you see them in school, they're like a different person.
Yeah.
Then when they go back home again, they're like a different person. But that wanzake when they're kunyumba mboboza makulu wakoti, mwana wano, the way he or she behaves when wali ku school, it's not a blissful sight. You know, so
I think some freedom is needed. Because you would find some, not too much freedom.
Too much freedom brings problems.
You know, I asked a lot of people if they enjoyed their teenage stage, and most of them said no, they didn't. Because even when they had a boyfriend, if their parents found them with a boyfriend, you know, instead of them telling them to say, this is the reason why I don't want you around boys, because you might fall pregnant. Now, without being told the reason, shots, you know, and all that. So a lot of people complained to say, I wasn't given enough freedom. I didn't enjoy my teenage life and everything. And I think that also affects, even when you have your own home now, when you are looking after your young ones or your children, you won't give them freedom. You would perceive as though the way you were raised is the right way. But I think parents need to stand up and just talk to the children, tell them the truth. If they have a boyfriend, let the children come out open and tell them, okay, I have this boyfriend, this is what is going on, and should I pull through? This boy has told me this. Is it supposed to be happening in this way? I think there we're going to experience a reduction of teenage pregnancies. But if we're not being told, I'll obviously go and, you know, experience
wrong.
Yeah.
And right, we're only talking about no parents. We've got people that don't have parents.
Yeah.
We've got those that have never had that opportunity to be told. But I've seen one, I don't know, one, two, three. They've made it in life without even the guidance of their parents, because the other one, their parents died like that. The other one, the parents were divorced. And these men, they are men, they're with families, like beautiful families. At the end of the day, again, like I said earlier, it's about you again. It's about you. You need to know yourself. You need to discover what you have. You need to discover what you can do to make your life better. If at all you feel your life isn't working up, CV and Nache, the way you want them to, we've got churches. They don't reject. Yes, not everybody can be perfect, but at least somebody can help you there. Yes, not everybody can tell you the truth. At least 1 out of 100 will tell you something that you can use to better up your life.
Very true.
Well, it has been a very beautiful and interesting topic, viewers. Hoping that you have learned 1 or 2 things. Catch us on the other side with the entertainment segment. We take a break.
So, cap. S to the cat. Bon appetit. Young chef. Mr. Skills on a mission. Did they see on television? On the low, yeah. On the low, put it on me on the low, yeah. On the low, put it on me on the low, yeah. On the low, put it on me on the low, Body, 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 coordinate. Body, 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 coordinate. Coordinate. Body, 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 coordinate. Body, 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 coordinate. Body, 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 coordinate. Coordinate. Coordinate.
Chef 187. What's cooking? Skillo. Energy. energy, God.
Chibebe pamba futumu chikulwa mane patumba chipumu ifikuba hai epula ni paka bwachafe phone alone paka bwatapa Atoda sekesho mupashi Filitino nani kanemesho mukata ya pitch Black table obatina shivazi fish Fimbi ningalanda nga teki
Okay. Out.
Apa ifite nkole careless Gana wela moya can't careless The boys in the building.
And that's what we had for you on our entertainment segment. For now, it's back to the studio. All right, welcome back. That was our entertainment segment. We had, what was the title of the game, guys? I keep forgetting.
Musical chairs.
Musical chairs. So that's a game you can play with your friends at home. Your relatives,
enjoying
you
the
know,
music.
At work, even if your boss is not strict, you guys like.
if you've got a cool one, yeah.
Our boss is cool.
Yeah, so you can do your musical chairs. You know, it's really cute and very entertaining, especially during this lockdown season. You know, you guys, Corona is here, Corona is real. People are dying. So you want to keep yourselves busy at home. You can do musical chairs. You play some music. You know,
And the
you
good part
groove,
is
and then you.
it only involves chairs and music. You don't need a lot of. You don't need to buy anything.
But listen, you guys, you know, when I heard that there's a game musical chairs, nenzona munga mipando zimalira nyimbo.
Yeah, okay, I distanced myself from Chibesa, you
Yeah.
guys. I distanced myself from her.
Okay, I didn't get what she said.
Nah, see, the time I heard.
You
that-
seriously want her? You seriously want her to repeat
No,
what she said?
I didn't.
Mipando zimalira nyimbo.
You guys, where's Evelyn? Evelyn is so behind.
What do you want to know?
like-
Together.
I
Like
didn't
what?
want her to repeat.
But you're saying, what did you say?
No, I didn't say what did she say.
What
I
did you
said
say?
I didn't get what she said, but I didn't want her to repeat.
Evelyn, you
Evelyn
guys.
is on
Yeah.
on some.
Okay, the music is just still in my head, you know.
Yeah.
Really? Right. So we had a very beautiful and interesting topic today, teenage experience. We're hoping that you have learned one or two things as we were just sharing our own experiences as teenagers. But hey, would you also like to share your own experience? Well, then like and follow our Facebook page, Loyola TV. There you can post your own comments and your own stories. Then we can also talk about them. Who knows, one day you may be on TV.
Let's get interactive.
Point
Let's
of
get
correction.
interacting.
Limitless. Loyola TV.
Yeah.
That's what
I
she said.
No, she just said Loyola
Oh yeah,
TV.
she
No, she said Limitless Loyola TV.
No,
Thank you,
Evelyn
Master.
support me.
Okay. You guys, she said Limitless Loyola TV. My word is the last, and fine. It's a gospel truth. Okay.
Alright.
Loyola TV. What? Limitless. Because you guys keep putting these words in my mouth and in
Yeah.
my head.
Yeah.
Come on. So, guys, we had a very interesting topic. Hope you learned one or two things, rather. And we'll see you next week, next time, same place. From me, the rockstar, and my girls, it's adios, amigos. Bye.
Bye.